What will Gaza look like the day after? One university in Italy has been charged with overseeing the rebuilding of the destroyed Gaza Strip. The IUAV University of Venice has just signed a memorandum of understanding with the United Nations Development Program that will result in the design and blueprints for the massive undertaking. IUAV estimates that the current conflict has caused 34 million cubic meters of rubble, destroyed 60% of buildings, and caused a loss of $7 billion. Given its ties with Middle Eastern projects like the Plan for Rebuilding Syria in 2017 and its neutrality, IUAV was asked to present a process of reconstruction that could transmit values of peace for two people and two states, and that may be an example of a technological and modern environment as well. In Venice, the Media Lion's Giorgia Valente spoke exclusively with Dr. Benno Albrecht, the dean of the university.
In this land, we need to focus on the process, not just the project. This process must lead to economic growth and technological development. It has to start somewhere, but a large budget is not necessary to begin. This process is self-improving. We have done more than 100 case studies of post-war reconstruction to identify common issues. Following this research, we proposed a different model and process to the World Bank and the UN, along with our vision for the outcome of this reconstruction. The UNDP is requesting our approach to this process. For us, the case of Gaza differs from post-war reconstructions following World War II, which imposed a European footprint through the Marshall Plan. Instead, we propose a bottom-up approach.
Dean Albrecht tells the Media Line that creating stability in the area is a key factor toward peace.
The risks in this region are historical. From my recent visits there, I believe this is one of those moments when the pursuit of peace is a shared concern. There are, of course, economic factors involved, and everyone is interested in bringing stability to the area and moving toward normalcy. As Italians, we are quite familiar with these challenges. This building was once a refugee camp for Istrians who fled lands that were part of the Veneto region, and now it is a university. Today, if we visit Istria, we face no issues, proving that reconciliation is possible. The time frame of these events is comparable to the current situation between Israel and Palestine, suggesting that a peace process could happen relatively quickly. A strong economic foundation is essential for this to occur.
Albrecht believes specific modern tools can set an example for further projects in other places around the globe.
If I reconstruct poorly, I will immediately encounter issues of inequity. It is essential to ensure equity. One example is the ownership of structures. How will they be maintained? How will they be redistributed, and so on? A well-executed reconstruction will likely reduce social friction and promote peace, while a poorly managed one may create an imbalance between different sides. The likelihood of conflict recurring is directly proportional to the absence of equity and fairness. We propose a different approach, emphasizing the importance of starting small before planning on a large scale. This involves small-scale financing, small construction companies, extensive local participation, and a deeper understanding of the urban context by the local population. This can be achieved by creating a network of cells. Each cell is advantageous in its small size, making it easier to monitor economically and in terms of timing, but it can be compared to others. This approach may even encourage the team to improve efficiency by outperforming previous models. These small cells rely on local companies creating job opportunities for residents. The reconstruction process can create job security and increase wealth. By beginning with several cells, we can gradually build toward a larger urban plan. For Gaza, we aim to use materials that conserve water in the rebuilding process. In Italy, we've used this approach only a few times experimentally, mainly because this issue hasn't yet become pressing there, and our strong industries still rely on traditional methods. In Gaza, where there is currently nothing, we have the opportunity to take a leap forward by adopting modern techniques right from the start, allowing them to lead the world in this innovation. They can be the first to implement these methods globally and eventually export this know-how as well.
As other campuses around the world, at IUAV, several students and professors have been demonstrating against the current ties between the university and Israel and for not condemning what they claim to be a genocide going on. They are also opposing the recent choice to use the destruction of Gaza as a business opportunity.
No, because they are not speaking about that what has been going on. And for who are you reconstructing it? It will not be for the Palestinians.
It's not written in the document.
No, exactly. So this ideology of coming with a new proposal because there is a clean slate of land is as much colonization as forcing a certain ideology of architectural implementation on land. And I don't believe this is the right place nor the right people to speak about what's going on there.
Meanwhile, an Israeli student is more concerned about how this project will be taught.
This project proposes faster solutions to rebuild everything. It's amazing. It's a great opportunity, and we must do it. But if they are injecting all this terminology, this hate, and an agenda, and teaching it and educating people on one of the most complex situations by saying this is right and this is wrong without showing the overall complexity, then that will be a problem. You're educating people to find solutions for a problem that they don't understand.
A whole nation has been erased. Second of all, to replace it with smart, ideological, modern buildings will not be the solution. And it will for sure not be the solution for peace. It will be the solution for economical gain and profit. Hold the ones responsible for that what is going on first.
And then think about.
And then at the end you can think about recreating the places for the people to inhabit. But in these inhumane circumstances, it's not possible because you can't slaughter on one side the people and on the other you start building.
The Westerners who are pro-Palestinian keep using colonialism and occupation as key words. They're putting it at the same level with their own stories of colonialism, which occurred in the past in the States and in Europe, to fix their conscience, to say we couldn't do anything then, so we're going to do it now. We need to be on the right side of history right now.
Many students have been sleeping in tents within the university campus in solidarity with the Palestinians and have often met the dean to discuss different terms on the university participation in rebuilding Gaza. 30 professors backed the students and sent a letter to the dean demanding that they distance themselves from this project.
Any form of criticism or demonstration is welcome here because this is a university and we value diversity of thought. But everything must be conducted within the law. I ask two things of the students: to respect the rules established by our state, since as dean I also represent the state, and to act lawfully in all matters. If they don't do so, they don't respect democracy. I prefer not to comment on specific cases.
Anti-Semitism has risen 400% in Italy since the beginning of the current war. The Media Line asked Dean Albrecht about it.
The anti-Semitism occurring on campuses is deeply concerning. We are all troubled by what is unfolding. As philosopher Karl Popper said, we must be intolerant of intolerance. We do not tolerate any form of intolerance. Those who advocate for tolerance must stand firmly against intolerance.
With the act of this murder, with this genocide, I think that that several people just have the opportunity to hide behind this ideology of being mistreated because of their religion. What does that mean? People are not against that they are a Jew. They are against that they are killing innocent people.
People that I've been talking to tell me, I don't have a problem with Jews, but with Israel. And I ask, are you okay with Zionists? And they respond, no, Zionists are bad. They are all Israelis. But it's not like that. It's more complex than that. So I feel anti-Semitism every once in a while. I have a lot of second thoughts every time someone asks me where I come from. And I have a few friends that try to put up posters of the hostages around the university. And in less than a day, they were all gone. And I don't feel it would be effective to do the same now. I need a conversation, a place where I could feel safe, because right now I don't feel safe. My friends tell me that it's not the majority, but a minority, which is more extreme. But I need them to understand that it is only required to do something. That's all it takes.
From Venice, Georgia Valente reported for the Media Line.